G'day, I'm omdevaji, Sheshnak Yoga Center. What on earth is Kundalini? The Diary of an Awakening Man. Next instalment. I have no idea what I'm up to. Anyway, I talked about in my last video how I had to put a cease on the practices, mainly because I was doing these practices. I was talking about it through the videos, something to do with the breathing, the sexual energy moving through your etheric body, whatever you want to call it, the linga sharira, the body that is like your aerial before it manifests, the emotional body, where all the pain, where all the memories, where all the joy sits, mostly the pain because of the trauma we hold on to. So moving energy through that on a regular basis twice a day. I got to the point where it was quite meditative, it was quite healing, but it was cathartic. All of a sudden, a lot of my pains and wounds started to manifest as real life experiences. So historically, I've been addicted to drugs. I was in this practice 6 weeks into the course, and I've got this urge to go back to smoking a shitload of drugs. Also, I've got this history of superficial sex as a form of identity. Had these urges to do that. I didn't act on all of my urges, but they're coming up, and they're coming up like fucking raging bulls. It's like, I don't exactly know, like I'm no therapist, I'm just a human being sometimes trying to work out what's going on for myself. Most of my study's to do with me. Maybe I look around and study other people, which are a part of me too. But I was having a whole lot of grief. 6 weeks into this course, I messaged the person running it, Helen and Nista, said I'm going to take a break for a little while and go back to week 4 because it's a bit intense. I want to push through the course because it's a 13-week course. But at week 6 it was so intense that I had to regress by choice because it was detrimental to my own psyche and emotional stability. So then I gave it a week off, tried to get back into the course. Next thing, I've been evicted from the course. We had an agreement that I'd do the course and I'd do everything required. When I did ask for help, she was unable to understand what I was reaching out to her for. And then to top that off, in the program itself, in the course, every time you watch a week's videos, I thought it automatically completed and ticked it off. So I got up to week 6, which is like 42%, maybe a bit, give or take a couple of percent, of the 13-week course. But to her, it looked like I'd done 9% of the course. You can look at my videos. There's documentation there as I'm going through the course. I was fully G'd up to do it and become this legendary lover. Anyway, to her, she's thinking, or it's appearing on the website, that I did 9% of her course. When in actual fact I was halfway through it. It was intense. I asked for help. She was unable to understand. So I took a week off, went to go back into the course, and now I've been evicted, which I thought was a bit unfair. But somewhere in there, according to the great being, it's totally just, because every experience is. So here I am. I've got to go back to the books, go back to the David Data books, listen to The Awakened Masculine Summit by Ivan Kramer, and listen to how relationships happen. People, there's very wise people on there. There's about 40 speakers. The Awakened Masculine Summit, or the Sacred Masculine Summit, the same thing. So I'm going to listen to their videos. I'm also going to read Barbara Kiesling's book, How to Make Love All Night. I'm going to go back to my own practices because now Helen and Nista wants to give me a half price course. I'm at a loss. I volunteered, but maybe I didn't fulfill it according to what was required according to her. I found it a bit sad, and that's one of my big issues around spirituality and moving all this sexual energy. Is there a support network in place to help you emotionally or psychologically when you're clearing some of your past patterns? It seems like that's not always available, the support. Anyway, I've had to support myself by giving myself a break. I'm really sad that I got evicted from the course, because I did want to become or be exposed to the information so I could be in the position to maximise my chance of becoming a legendary lover. With all the research and my own intensity, I'm pretty much on my way, and my energy is a lot different to what it used to be. Anyway, that's the progress for the course. I'll do another video in a minute and we'll talk more about the progress. Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Mahadev. Share the world. What on earth is Kundalini?